Coming up on Mountain News this morning, organizations partner up in order to give people in our region everything they need for Thanksgiving dinner. And the Santa train makes a stop in one eastern Kentucky county, bringing some early Christmas cheer.
Dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Well, it's just before 6:30 on this Monday morning. I'm Dakota Makeris, and I've just been told of some very devastating news. It's Brandon's Wednesday, which I just found out, which I'm...
It's Monday and Wednesday.
Yeah, you're literally off on Wednesday and Thursday, and you just say, oh yeah, today's my Wednesday.
Exactly.
Really getting me sad over here.
Listen, when you make the schedule for your department, that's how that works.
I don't have that luxury. I don't have that luxury.
Cameron will be here on Wednesday, and then we don't have a morning news on Thanksgiving. No. You'll be here at 11, and then right back with us on Friday morning. But I will be back on Friday morning, so it's not the last day for the week.
Yeah, well, you know, we'll miss you.
That's right. That's right. All right, let's talk about what's going on this morning condition-wise. Skies slowly clearing as we head out the door. We're taking a look at that, and you'll see clouds backing off, but they're still there in some locations. It's still out there, but getting a little bit more clear out into the western parts of the area and the northern parts of the area. Hopefully that trend will continue. Some fog in the higher elevations, looks like in the overnight hours there up on US 119, Whitesburg, Pine Mountain. We're continuing to see some dense fog there at times, so be careful in the higher elevations this morning. Temperatures continue to fall there along the northern and western boundaries. 39 in Ashland, 36 Moorhead, 37 Irvin, 39 also in Wise, but everybody else hanging on to those 40s, at least for now. So you need a little extra as you outdoor in those 40-degree counties, and maybe some max warming needed in those northern counties there where they're in the 30s. Today, temperatures slowly slide as we head into the afternoon. I do believe we'll be in the upper 30s in some spots there by this afternoon, and then we'll see skies really cool off and clear out in the overnight hours, getting down to about 24 or maybe a little colder in some areas. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you. The third annual Turkey Trot took place Saturday in Letcher County. WYMT's Chaz Jenkins attended the event at Raven Rock Golf Course.
Racing towards the finish line. In the spirit of the holiday,
these fundraisers that we have, whether it's for tourism to better the area or it's for a good cause like the Gray Matters Foundation, it's just really nice to be able to be out, have these events, and see people out having fun again.
All proceeds going towards the Gray Matters Foundation.
We were humbled. You know, we as a community, a small community, like to support each other. And this is something that I think is a great event.
One that co-founder Brandon Robinson got involved with personally.
I registered for it, and then I found out that I was going to be going through a second cancer battle. So I'm glad to be here today, and I'm glad to take part in this event and spend some time with some good friends. I don't know if I'll be running the whole time, but I'm going to try to walk it at least.
A sentiment felt by the other runners.
Well, it's for a good cause, for one thing, and I just enjoy running, and I like a challenge. This is a pretty good challenge. This is a good course.
Already planning ahead to make the next one bigger and better.
When we can, be able to plan a little better because of COVID, we'd like to have maybe some live music and some food and stuff afterwards and kind of make it a bigger event, but I was super happy to see the turnout this year.
Running and gobbling for a good cause. In Letcher County, Chaz Jenkins, WYMT Mountain News.
Well, I can't confirm. Brandon just told me he did jog down a hill, so that's good. Well, they had more than 60 people attend the event. Hundreds of families in southeast Kentucky received the joy of Thanksgiving Saturday. God's Pantry Food Bank, Southeast Regional Distribution Center, and the Creek Church in London came together to help give these families everything they need to make a Thanksgiving meal. A drive-by distribution was set up in the parking lot of the church where people could drive up and receive a turkey, potatoes, stuffing, and several other Thanksgiving meal items.
We all have great memories of Thanksgiving, celebrating the blessings of the past year, anticipating the blessings of the future year, and seeing folks give a bit of time and pay that forward to others so that they can have the same joys, the same hope. It's really powerful.
This Sharing Thanksgiving event was for families who were pre-registered. If you are in need but missed the deadline to sign up to receive food from the pantry, we'll have several other pantry resources linked on our website. For the second year in a row, the Bowling Green Freedom Walkers hosted a community Thanksgiving dinner meal. Many gathered at Cornerview Community Church to sit down and enjoy the typical Thanksgiving sides like mashed potatoes, stuffing, green beans, and of course, turkey. The BG Freedom Walkers were able to put the dinner together through donations and volunteers.
This is pretty special, you know, to give back. And I like the uniqueness of now we're across town. You know, we're not doing it at the same spot all the time.
I think it was a beautiful thing just simply because there's a lot of people who doesn't get to have a nice warm meal around this time. And I also feel like it's very beneficial for the community so that they are educated as to what the mission is for the Bowling Green Freedom Walkers.
The BG Freedom Walkers will also host a Christmas meal on December 18th at Cornerview Community Church. The Christmas season is a time for giving, but across the United States, dogs, cats, and other animals will be given as Christmas gifts, which can often cause more harm than good. Our Alyssa Williams spoke with staff at one Eastern Kentucky shelter about the importance of reconsidering giving pets as presents this holiday season.
Millions of animals are surrendered to shelters each year.
There is definitely a rise in intake after any holiday, especially Christmas, Valentine's Day, and Easter.
And with the Christmas season near, many people will want to add a four-legged companion to the family.
A couple weeks later, after Christmas is over and the news wore off the puppy, and the puppy is using the bathroom everywhere and whining and stuff, then, you know, we end up with those.
Minnie Owsley at the Kentucky River Regional Animal Shelter says that she and the other staff members see countless animals being surrendered after the holidays. And not only the animals that were given as gifts, but the older animals in those same households.
People will decide to get a Christmas pup, you know, a puppy or a cat for Christmas, and then they'll surrender their current resident pets to make room for the Christmas puppy, or say the current resident pet doesn't get along with the new animal, then they get rid of the one they've had the longest. And we see that just as much as we see the new one getting brought in.
Owsley says before you decide to buy a pet as a gift, do your research and consider the other alternatives before bringing home an animal.
If your kids like animals and maybe you're not in a position to adopt right now, come volunteer. Come let them walk a dog, play with a puppy, feed out treats. Well, there's a lot that can be done.
Reminding everyone that four-legged friends are forever commitments. In Hazard, Alyssa Williams, WYMT Mountain News.
Well, Owsley adds that if you are committed to getting a pet for a loved one this holiday season, it is important to get the pet spayed or neutered. The city of Whitesburg is prepping for its first ever streetlight pole decorating contest. Local schools, churches, sororities, and businesses are invited to freely register for a light pole. Participants must supply their own supplies. There will be a first, second, and third place prize.
It's just a way to get our community to come together to decorate downtown and get it looking festive for our Winter Wonderland and our Christmas parade on December 10th.
Now, if you would like to decorate a pole, you can call City Hall at 606-633-3700. Well, every year, the Santa train makes its way through the mountains, helping children have a Merry Christmas. Our Jordan Mullins was in Pike County, where the train made its first stop of the season.
Kentucky Power, AEP, CSX, Food City, Souls for Souls, and the Kingsport Chamber of Commerce have teamed up to bring the Santa train to Pike County once again.
Merry Christmas!
It's heartwarming to see the kids come through early in the morning and waiting on Santa and getting these gifts, and it's rewarding.
A tradition that started in 1943, the Santa train was once an actual train that stopped to give children presents at railroad crossings.
All these groups get together and serve hundreds of families in the community, stretching 110 miles of track from the Shelby Yard all the way down to Kingsport. That's CSX service area.
Now, after the pandemic, the sights of the Santa train have changed.
I would say there's 200 or 300 vehicles that roll through today, and you know, we can hand out gifts to kids from newborn to teenagers, and we hand out book bags, hand out wrapping paper, just so these kids ensure they have a good Christmas.
Turning the event into a drive-through for 2020 and 2021 to keep the company's communities they serve safe.
It's great. We're all embedded in the communities, and we know these families. We know the people coming through. We know the workers at the stores, and and we live here, we work here, we were raised here, so it's a part of who we are.
And helping families have a very Merry Christmas. In Pike County, Jordan Mullins, WYMT Mountain News.
Well, they also said volunteers and store employees who helped hand out gifts had a blast while working with the Santa train, even if it was a bit cold. The city of Corbin held a successful Colonel Sanders Half Marathon and 10K race recently. Seeing more than 200 people participate, the proceeds gathered went to the city's backpack program. Corbin Tourism Executive Director Maggie Monholland says given the turnout, they plan to make it an annual event.
Just because it does bring in such a big tourism draw, and people locally are very excited about it. And our committee plans to continue to raise money for local charity.
Well, she adds they raised an estimated $9,000 to $10,000 for the program.
Coming up on 6:40 here on this quiet, at least Monday morning, heading into Thanksgiving week. We're not seeing a whole lot of action up on Buffalo Mountain like we did on Pine Mountain a little earlier over on the Letcher County side, but we're going to continue to watch that trend there this morning. Temperatures continue to fall down to 34 now in Moorhead. That's basically that leading edge of that cold front moving through our region. We're going to continue to track that down to 39 in Wise. Everybody else in the 40s this morning across our region. We take a look at the out the door forecast, and we are going to see clouds giving way to sunshine, but the temperatures will continue to slide as we head into the afternoon hours, so not a good situation there, but it is going to be a warming trend over the next couple of days. Another cold night ahead for tonight. Dakota?
All right, Brandon, thank you. The time is now 6:40. Still to come here on Mountain News this morning. One of the oldest museums at the National Mall finally reopens with some brand new exhibits.